Okay, my name is Alejandro Molina. I work with the Culture Center. I'm on the board of directors, and it's been my pleasure for the last 28 years to work with the Culture Center in difficult times and good times. And today, the second part of this activity is going to introduce you to the open house of the Andres Figueroa Cordero Library and Community Information and Technology Center. Part of what we want to do here is to make sure that the community has not only internet access, but a why and a how, and understand why they need internet access, why we get left behind, and why we need to make sure that we make ground up, why our kids, more than ever, need not to be afraid like we were and like our grandparents were of technology. Those things are important because the more our kids get left behind, the fewer job skills and the fewer openings there will be in the future for them. That's important to us here, and that's part of the child care having a computer lab. That's part of us following up with internet access and building a library here, part of combating what we call the digital divide, and it's part of our continued commitment to the community through the high school, through the daycare, and now through the Family Learning Center, and now through the library. That's my introduction. I just want to take a minute to give thanks to everybody who has helped put together not only the library, but in particular the last week has been a frantic one for us as we've been putting together, getting the library ready together, but getting together the website, which will be debuting in a few minutes. But for now, it's really my pleasure to introduce a person who's been working with us for the last 18 months, who's really, I believe, contributed a lot to our understanding of the library in our community, but also has taken a lot, and we've been able to contribute to work with each other. An associate professor at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Dr. Ann Bishop.
But I'll make this as brief as possible. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Ann Bishop. Estoy a gusto para estar aquí con ustedes hoy. Good afternoon, my name is Ann Bishop. I'm a professor at the Graduate School of Library and Information Science at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. My life took a happy turn 2 summers ago when I was introduced to Alejandro Molina, Jose Lopez, and the Paseo Boricua neighborhood by Sarai Lastra, a student in my school whose research is situated in this community. On behalf of the Paseo Boricua Community Library Project, which arose from that meeting, it is my honor to welcome you to the Biblioteca y Centro Comunitario de Información y Tecnología Andres Figueroa Cordero. Dedication today of the Library and Community Information and Technology Center, I stumble over it in English too, follows on more than a year of hard work by a dedicated group of people. From the beginning, Alejandro Molina, Mayra Hernandez, Laura Ruth Johnson, and Robin DeVerso have contributed their creativity, their knowledge, and many, many hours of their time to shaping a vision of how the Library and Community Technology Center can contribute to the work of the PRCC and its neighborhood anarchist activists. I'm also grateful to Irma Romero, who has helped us take the first steps to catalog the rich cultural resources represented by the books, journals, artwork, and archives of the PRCC. This past fall, thanks to the support of Lourdes Lugo, director of the Dr. Pedro Albizu Campos High School, and Marisol Morales, director of the Family Learning Center, we began a new phase of reflective action, the creation of a Saturday Street Academy course in community librarianship and computing. In a moment, you'll hear from some of the students in the Street Academy course who will tell you about their role in learning to become the librarians who will be on hand here on Saturdays for the rest of the spring and into the summer to help neighborhood residents who want to use the library to do research, work on computers, start neighborhood reading groups, or read with their children. We're very proud of the accomplishments of these young people, Elba, Jalissa, Jasenia, Deshawn, and Lisette, and hope that you will join us in congratulating them. The Street Academy also is grateful for the work of another set of students, those from Northeastern and the University of Illinois at Chicago. And if you all could raise your hands, wave, so people will know who you are. Thank you. You came on board this spring and have contributed enormously to the opening of the library. I also want to acknowledge the support and participation of students and colleagues from my school in Champaign, especially the Community Inquiry Lab Collaborative, who share in our dreams for harnessing the potential of computers and the internet to foster social justice and promote grassroots activism. In honor of Doña Consuelo and the Centro Infantil, we have begun a small collection of books for children, which you'll see displayed around the room, that we're happy to offer as part of today's celebration. They symbolize both our respect for the history of Paseo Boricua and our hope for the future as we continue to work together to harness the rich intellectual and cultural resources of the neighborhood to fight for human rights around the world. On a personal note, I want to thank my many friends here for welcoming my daughter Emma and me into their lives and giving us the opportunity to learn and grow and celebrate with you. Muchas gracias, thank you. Now it is my pleasure to turn things over to the students of the PRCC Street Academy, who will tell you about the resources and services that they'll be providing here on Saturdays.